Another episode of Kingdom Community.
We're back. We're
Um,
back.
we're back. This one is unique. We don't have a guest this week,
Bringing it back to how we did it the first two episodes.
right? And how we've been rolling all these years.
Okay.
But we're going to continue a conversation that we had this morning. We got in a good in-depth conversation.
Super passionate early in the morning.
And said, wait, we got to save this. So this is it now. So to continue the conversation and to title it, we said the title is The Secret Sauce. And Keith is very active on social media. He does all of our social media marketing and what have you. So a lot of people in general are hitting him up and asking him for advice on what they should do and things of that nature. And Keith is such a nice guy.
It's a gift and a curse, right?
And so, my philosophy is, even though we want to help others, we want to be that catalyst to inspire and motivate, it's still, I'm the old school. The game is sold and not told. And so we got into the conversation because someone we know hit Keith up and was asking about the marketing aspect of what they do and this and that. And go ahead and weigh in on your philosophy.
Okay, so my philosophy is I kind of go back to how we got started, right? I always take everything back to the origin, back to the genesis. And how I got started, I had to ask for help. I had to ask for resources. There were other people that were training, that you had a program that you were training in, and I knew that I was going to have to seek other people, other professionals that were in that space that were doing it to be able to help me along the way.
Right.
And so without that help, would I have made it? Of course. I mean, I have the mentality, the mindset, the grit, the zeal, whatever you call it, to be able to figure it out, the presence of mind. But that advice did help along the way. And so I always said that, God, when you bless me with opportunity, I'm going to share. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to be a open book. I'm going to be a light. I understand there's some components that you want to keep private. I keep a lot of things private. Like I think I keep a lot of my life private, but I feel like when it comes to business, we're all trying to figure this thing out. And we're called to serve at the end of the day. And we're in the service industry. Yes, we're serving our clients. We're serving the community and people that are seeking our services to get better on the court.
Right.
But we're also serving others that are trying to do the same thing in a certain sense.
Right.
So, and we talked about this in a couple episodes ago with Coach Jock about how, one of the trainers that works with John Morant was like keeping it a secret. Like, you want, like, the secret is keeping it a secret, right? You don't show it all. You don't give out the whole game. You used to always say that.
You don't get out the game. You don't introduce your plug.
You don't introduce the plug, right? And I agree with that. So I'm not disagreeing with that mentality. But I am also on the other side of it is I can give you the game, but at the end of the day, I feel like you are the game. I feel like I'm the game. I feel like you're the game. I feel like we are the secret sauce. The secret sauce is yourself, is your mindset and your ability to execute it. Because I can give you, here's the 5 steps of success. If you do these 5 things, you're going to be a millionaire. Guess what? They're not going to do all 5.
Right.
They may do 1, they may do 2, they may do 3, they may do none of them. So we can give out the secrets all day long, but you still have to go get it. You still got to activate it. You still got to put the money up in order to make it happen. Right. So that's my mentality on the secret and why I don't withhold a lot. And while I'm quick to just slide it over, because at the end of the day, you got to plug it in.
Right. Be it if it's costing money to do.
Some people
come up off the dough.
Right. Yeah. Because people ask all the time, like, man, your videos, man, your pictures, man, this, man, that, man, it's great. And I'm like, who did it? Okay, one, all you gotta do is hit the picture. You can see I tagged the person who did the video, who does the pictures, so you can easily DM them and do it yourself, right? But the way that I do it, I'm locked in, and I tell everybody I do business with, I'm like, dude, get ready. Like, I'm consistent, I'm committed. Like, I'm gonna take you on a journey. I'm gonna take you along this journey with me. Like, I'm not a one and done type person. If we do good business, expect me to come back, right? Expect that phone to keep ringing for consistency, because I understand that's the secret. That is a secret of success, right? But when you find out how much I'm paying every day, every week, right, every month, consistently to have that content, you may be like, whoa, okay, I'm not gonna do that. If you find out how much we're paying for videos and paying for audio and paying for shirts and paying for whatever it costs for our facility, like, you're quick to tell people how much we pay for the gym, right? Because you know they're not gonna pay $12,000 a month, but it's for rent to have their own facility. But so we can bring it into reality, right? So they understand. Okay, this is why you charge this much for course. This is why you charge this much. So it brings it all to reality, so that they understand that it's not a game, right? You know what I mean? And that's what I think people fail to realize. And just thinking, I was thinking about this the other day. It's like sometimes people are happy with you blazing the trail for them to tag along, follow it, and just walk in, and it's all done, and they don't have to do anything. I feel like that's done a lot. Yeah. I feel like people love to sit in the background and watch. Mm-hmm. They're watching, they're supporting, but really what you're doing is you're either confirming something, you're confirming, man, okay, I could do it too, or you're confirming their fear of why they're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. So they're just sitting back like, okay, let's see if he makes it. Let's see if he falls flat on his face. Mm-hmm. Right? Either one, I'm going to have the confirmation that I can be all that I can be, or I just need to go ahead and sit here and keep doing what I've been doing. Mm-hmm. So everybody's waiting for that, right? But we've done a phenomenal job, and we got to give ourselves flowers. I mean, for real, because we took a lot of shots in the dark. Right. Like, I mean, of course, there were people that were training in this space before us. We're not the first, but we did make some moves, some strong moves, without any advice from anybody that was doing that. Right. I mean, we don't ever have any advice. Yeah. It's like we come up with an idea, or a opportunity presents itself. We may think about it, pray about it, and then act on it. And there's no asking anybody else. There's no phone a friend moment. Right. There's none of that. You know what I mean? So that's why, in my mind, it's like, let's say, for example, when we decide we need to go to the next level on our website. Mm-hmm. You know, we had our regular site for many years, built that up, and then decided we were using I forgot his name. Man, I hate that. It's gonna come to me. He lived in Austin, right? Yeah, and so we were using him, Derek. Yeah, Derek, and he came at the time we needed. He didn't come. I got him from asking somebody. Okay. So let's make that clear. No, he didn't just fall out the sky. Okay, so he made somebody else's website that I knew. Okay. So then we utilized him as far as we could. And then as we grew and outgrew him, and we had so much activity going on, and he wasn't updating it when we needed to be and all that. And so then we took a couple of, I'd say it was about 2 or 3 weeks of researching and phone calls and calling other web developers, things of that nature. And then finally located a business that's what they do, and they update it, and it's a monthly fee, and they update it when you want, and things of that nature. So that time of that 3-week period of making phone calls, talking to people, things of that energy and that work putting in, is work in order to get that. Agreed. In order to be able to have our website. So then when someone says, hey, Keith, I like your site. Yeah. Who's doing it? it doesn't matter who's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel this way. It could have been the company we decided to use. It could have been the company next door. It could have been a company across the seas. What makes us different, what's the secret, is us and our flavor, our mentality, our eye, right? Because you and I both know when we get somebody in the building or when we hire somebody, what do we have to end up doing?
Training them,
right? So it's not like they're just going to create something and right out the oven it's perfect. It's never the way we want it. It's always like, hey man, we got to hop on the call because we got to go line by line, page by page, and make this right. Make this our vision. Because right now, this is your vision. We're just giving you a blank canvas. We're just saying this is our company. This is what we do. We're just giving you the generic of what it is, right? And until they feel our spirit and we breathe life into whatever that thing is, that's what makes it what it is. It's not, yes, the creator, yes, the hands of the person, the developer, they're doing it, they're creating, they're programming it, but they're creating our vision that's coming from our spirits, our mind. That's not them. If it was them, it would have been perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Right? No. That's why you have created. That's why you have the Jerry Lorenzos and the Kanyes and all these. If Nike was all that, why would they have to hire these people? If Adidas was all that, why would they have to hire? They have the developers. They have the people that can make the shoe, but they hire these creative people that actually lays out and gives them the vision and gives them that life and that thing that takes it to the next level. That makes it what it is, really. That makes it what it is. Because without a LeBron, without a Kyrie, I know he's not with Nike anymore, without a Jordan, without a Tiger Woods, you don't have those shoes. You don't have that. No, you have a version of it, but those guys are actually putting their creativity in there. If you look at these sneakers, especially this day and age, you're seeing their life. Like you're seeing, no, I don't like that. I like that. I like this. I don't like that. Put this here. Yeah, right. They're putting it's constructed from the spirit of the other person, not just the person that's making it. So that's why I don't ever have any fear. I can give you the website guy. And he's going to make whatever it is that you want him to make. Right. He's not going to be able to make what I made because what I made came from me. What you made came from you. So that's what I was telling you, what we were talking about, and the point I was trying to tell you was the secret sauce
is you.
You're the me and you're the secret. You're the secret sauce, and whatever flavor it is, that's what it is, right? But that's why it's important for you to really embody your brand and really understand what it means and really feel it. That's why you can always tell when something's not authentic. You can tell because there's no depth to it. It's just, okay, y'all on a court training, right? Y'all are in a gym running a tournament. Y'all are just doing it. No, like when you walk into this facility, you feel it. You feel the spirit. And I remember we used to always say that. You like, Keith, people really aren't going to look and care that the wall is black. They're really not going to care that. And I was like, just trust me. Like I feel it. It's an energy, and we have to bring that energy and we have to put it into a physical thing that people can see and touch and embrace and live. Right. So when they come in, it's the same thing. And people come in here, they're looking at us. Oh man, you can try to copy it. I mean, yeah, you can always try to copy, but is that really you? Is that really your authentic self and your authentic product and your authentic brand, right? So that's I understand. Again, you don't want to give away the person that's printing, right? But they're gonna print. Some people, they're gonna find a place to print, right? But what are you gonna print? Right. You can't print. You can't do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this. You'll do something for yourself. You can't do this. Why? Because we created this. It was our idea. Pressure makes diamonds. We created the tech. We did that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and again, we're still drawing inspiration from other things. So we're inspiring, and we're being inspired, and we're also inspiring. Right. And I feel like that's just the circle of life, and that's just the evolution of this thing. So I don't ever have any problem with throwing it out there because I want you to go create your vision. I want you to go create your brand. Right. I want to help that, right? Because I know it's not going to be like mine. And I hope you wouldn't try to make a brand just like mine. I wouldn't try to make a brand just like yours. So that's my, take on that.
Right. Okay. And so I definitely agree with the secret is self.
Yes, I love that. We got to put
Secret
that on.
itself.
We're gonna put that on the shirt. Y'all
The
gonna see
secret
that.
itself.
The secret itself.
Mhm.
That's powerful.
Right.
You heard it here first.
And what do you say? Let's say, for instance, if you're training on this court, and then someone else is training on that court, and then they're looking at you.
Man, don't get me started on that. I don't
That's why I'm bringing it up.
I don't want to. I don't want to go down that
rabbit hole. They're looking
hole.
at you and seeing what you're doing as far as how you're training.
Okay.
And then, let's say next week you look over and you see the same drills or the same
That's good.
training that you did or that you do, and they're implementing it into their brand or their training. What do you say?
What do I say about that? I mean, honestly, like, what's your
opinion on that?
What did Drake say? He said, "Imitation isn't." What did he say? Imitation. Dang it, I hate. I'm usually good with bars. He's like, it's annoying me. Like, imitation isn't flattery. It's just annoying me. There we go. I got it.
But let me say, to me, imitation is flattery.
That's what you think.
That's
it annoys me.
Imitation is flattery. That's a compliment.
But I look at it, but it annoys me. So I'm more on Drake's side. It annoys me because I feel like it takes no effort to imitate somebody.
Okay.
It takes no thought process. It takes no work. Like, the only thing that we should imitate is God. Jesus. I'm a believer. We should imitate that. But even in imitating that, it's still going to look different than the way he lived. We're not going to ever live the exact same way that he lived. So it's a version of it. So if somebody tries to just imitate a drill, you better have, the understanding.
They're peppering in. They're putting their twist on it,
that's fine. But honestly, it's like I don't know, man. I really don't want to go into it. I don't want to offend nobody. But I just don't. Because it's not like I don't ever do it. Like, I look and I study,
right.
But I have to make it make sense. It's never a automatic, like, I saw that and 5 minutes later I'm doing it. It's never a quick transfer. I will have to see it and digest it and study and see, okay, how does this actually, for me, like, how does this translate? How does this fit into my system and my philosophy before I filter it out to anybody that I'm serving?
But
you know what I'm saying?
Right. But the whole point is to develop athletes, right?
Right. True.
And to do what's best for the athlete. So if you see a drill that, like, man, that is an awesome drill, that would really help the athletes that I train.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What's the problem?
I mean, there is no problem because one, I'm gonna actually, if I do something, I'm gonna give people the copyright. I'm gonna say, hey man, I got this from somebody. I'm never gonna try to own something that I feel like didn't come from my mental.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give them the rights, but I'm not against that, right? But I just said there's still a time. There's still a time lag. That's like if I saw that shirt and boom, I'm going to the lab right now and I'm about to make that exact same shirt. I'm not even going to think about any other way for me to add anything additional to it that connects to me or my teachings or my ways.
Right.
I'm just going to take it straight off of your chest and put it onto my shirt and run with it. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like that. I feel like, everything's a version. Like the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. We see something and we add to it. We see it and oh man, okay, I like that. Let me do this, and that. But there's still a time frame in between that idea and me. There's time frame between you seeing it and you producing it.
Right.
It's not an automatic.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not looking at somebody training and hey, we're gonna do the same thing they're doing.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm just I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Right. After I didn't slept on it, studied it, thought about it, processed it, and figured out a way how I can own it and take it to another level, then I will. I'm not going to act like I'm the creator of all things. Like, no, that's not the case at all. I mean, we got to learn. We got to study. Like, I went to SMU's practice yesterday, and I'm learning from them. And there's some stuff that I see. Okay, man, I like to add this to that.
Right.
I mean, I can see how they're working. I like that. You know what I mean? Asking questions. And then if I'm going to use it, I'm going to say, hey, man, I'm going to use that drill. I'm talking to the coaches. Hey, man, I like that shooting drill y'all do. I'm about to take that and use that with my guys.
Right.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Right. You got to pay
So
homage, baby.
That's the way you can do it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I had to do it.
I had to do it.
That's it, man.
Okay.
Anything else?
So no, that's about
good,
it.
Good conversation.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just wanted to really give some insight of all these conversations that we have.
Because it's a lot.
And it's a lot. And especially, I really do enjoy the conversations we have as business partners, as brothers, as friends, in our facility. And, the beautiful thing this morning, we have our special needs that we do in the daytime that we haven't gotten into yet, and we'll get more in depth in that. But we actually have the day hab school that we do with the special needs, and so we were both here this morning and discussing the topic, and just wanted to put that on wax.
Yeah, we had to.
For everyone to,
and that's dope. And that's super dope because, the unseen, I mean, we've been doing this for a while. And again, we talked about it, in our earlier episodes about how we would spend another 30 minutes to an hour late at night outside of a facility that we didn't own, right outside of a church.
Spring Creek,
yeah, just talking about like, man, this is what we're going to do, man. This is what, and just really planning and just having that vision and talking and speaking life into each other.
Right.
As brothers, like, man, Rod, man, dude, your business mind is phenomenal. You telling me, Keith, you the best trainer walking this earth. Like, we're us pushing each other, challenging each other, like encouraging each other. Before giving somebody flowers was even a thing, we was already doing that, right? And so now we're at a whole different level. And like today, like that conversation started and it seemed like the day just like took off. Like the plane just took off quick, and like so much was happening and so much was transpiring, and we got so inspired, and we're on the plight of just more. And I feel like when we're like the Bible says, when 2 or 3 are gathered in His name, doing things for Him, because this is kingdom. He's in the midst, and in the midst, that's when He speaks, and that's when He reveals. Right. So if people add, like I was talking to a friend the other day. And they're like, man, what do you? I mean, what's your plans? What do you want to do? And I was like, man, honestly, I'm riding with the sunroof open, like I'm letting God. I have an idea of what I want to do. I have an idea where I want to take this thing, but I don't want to close a roof, because if I would have said 10 years ago, all I want to do is have a facility, all I want to do is train athletes, we're already doing that consistently, right? So I want to leave the top off, so God can continue to pour and pour and pour and just blow my mind, because I don't want what I want for me. I don't want what you want for you, because sometimes we sell ourselves short. Sometimes I feel like we sell ourselves short. We go for the low hanging fruit because it's easy. Right. I want what God wants for us, because that's going to blow our mind. That's going to be something that we haven't even thought of, something that we couldn't even fathom. Our human brains can't even fathom what it is that He wants for us, our business, our families, and the kids that we are called to lead. So, I'm just blessed, grateful to be in this season, and, looking forward to, what He's doing. Right. And I think that, our path is already laid. God has already planned or has in store for what we're going to achieve. And with each new venture or each new idea, it's supposed to be. And what I appreciate is you, when I'm content, you push me, and I feel when you're content, then I push you. Man, do I get content? You do good. Okay, because I can't see myself. So I feel I struggle with contentment. I'm not going to say content. I'm going to say, because sometimes I'm going to say a break. Okay. I'm not going to say content. Yeah. I'm going to say a break, because sometimes you got to take a break, meaning you're just like, let's say, for instance, IoT. You were in that IoT mode. Right, you were in that mode of working and then also doing this. Yeah. And then I said, Keith, it's time. You got to come. Yeah. You got to come. That's what's going to help Kingdom grow even more.
So I pushed you, I feel,
Yeah.
to come on board full throttle, full time. And because you were in a break mode, you were just like, just you weren't even thinking, I don't think.
No, I was
you know
just
what I mean?
the robot.
Just doing it, the robot.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm that way, you push me.
Mm-hmm.
When you're that way, then I push you.
Right.
Just even with the bus.
Yeah.
When we bought the bus, we didn't have all we were thinking about was maybe we could transfer athletes to the tournaments and things of that nature. And then we thought about the special needs kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then now we're using it for the day hab and picking somebody up from school and things of that nature. So
about to travel to state,
right? Travel
with tournaments now.
So it's like that's what helps us and our partnership grow because we're pushing each other, we're challenging each other, and we're doing it out of love, and we're doing it to not only for ourselves but for our families,
and our families do that too, like
for everybody else.
Yes, I mean our families push us, man.
Right.
Like I mean, our significant others. I mean, they're our backbones. Like so, we we're giving it to each other as business partner, and then you're going home, I'm going home, and then our wives are giving this to us at the crib. I mean, like pushing us, challenging us. Not only for and helping us stay balanced,
right,
and helping us. Yeah, have that fire for kingdom and go be great in that building,
right,
but also be great in this building as as a husband, as a father, as a leader of this pack and this kingdom. You need to do the same thing and have the same energy, so it helps us it helps us holistically across the board in our lives.
And I remember when we were I'm going to say when we first started out. And we were calling, and we would talk. We would call each other and talk all day, and we would train all day, and then talk at night. And since our wives, before I was married, and before you were married, and now that our wives were married, it's like that has stopped. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, if you think about it, you know what I mean?
But, you're right.
Which is a good thing because we're spending time with our wives and spending time with our families, and you have has Sarai. So it's like that when you said that balance, that's what I mean. That balance has set in because we're still working in the background. At home, I'm doing I'm doing stuff, you're doing stuff, social media stuff, all that stuff at home, but we're not calling each other, staying on the phone.
Into 10 and 11 o'clock at night.
Right. You know what I mean? And so it's like and 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Like Sundays now, I think we've even made it part of our, without us saying it, it's our family time.
Yep.
We don't even talk on Sundays typically. Right. You know what I mean? So it's just so much has transpired, and we've grown so much, and to where we are now that I mean, it's I really do see something on the horizon for us. As far as I really can't get into it because we got a lot of stuff working.
It's a lot,
and I don't want to spill the beans until
you don't give the secret out.
Right, the secret sauce. But I just want to say that I appreciate you. I appreciate your family. I appreciate what we have built. Love what we built and what we continue to do.
That's it, man. Love you too, man. It's only up from here, baby.
That's it, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget about the Kingdom Performance merch that we have. Support the Kingdom. Peace.